Hello, I'm Jorge Garcia, and I'm the PM for the Housing Assembly's audit team. I'm here to demonstrate how this application works, the HouseAudit system that we developed. Um, I'm here to demonstrate how the features work in case there's any confusion amongst that for the Housing Assembly team or future developers alike. If you want to familiarize yourself with the code base or all the features of the application, then this is the video for you. But before I go into explaining how the features work, I would like to give thanks to the team that made it possible. RJ, Alex, or Chenfeng, and Lucas. Without you guys, this application wouldn't be possible. So I'd like to give you guys thanks, and we'd like to give them a moment. So yeah, this is the landing page. So this is what users see. So if you're not logged in, this is what everyone else sees. Uh, so you have these headers at the top that take you to the About Us section, which gives you a little bit of a description of what this website does and who Housing Assembly is as an organization. Some contact information, as the community house and email, and some links at the bottom that take you to the Housing Assembly social media. Um, so yeah, um, let's go some housing projects tab. So this will be dynamically updated if you are logged in as an admin, which I will show later. But here, users can see exactly what Housing Assembly is working on, along with the project name, region, suburb, cutoff year, and the status of the project. So we can see that incomplete projects or future projects will be grayed out, so that makes it a little bit more intuitive on the user side. And here's some statistics. Um, I'd like to make a note that since this website is deployed, there might be some downtime in fetching these statistics from the database. That is because we used a free deployment site to stay within our financial constraint. So I just wanted to make a note of that. So if there are long queue times, the application still works. Just I would go grab a cup of coffee or something while it loads for like a minute or two. So yeah, so users see this and they click statistics and they see all the audits that are in the database that admins can manage. So here we can see the total wait list, the average wait time of all the applicants in the wait list um, that are inserted into this database, and the demographics of such. So here we have the suburb distribution, which show all those, age and gender distribution, which show male, female, other age distribution, and wait time distribution. There's also a note here that these statistics only reflect audits that were submitted to Housing Assembly and not the housing wait list that is currently being fed to the government. So Housing Assembly collects these audits and put them in their own database, but this isn't a reflection of every single audit out there, just a substrata of the information that is. So I just wanted to make a note of that. So yeah, let's make an account. So I don't really have a login right now, so I'm just going to create one. We can use Kenneth's email. I don't know, I'm not sure if this is real, but when you do create an account, there is a soft lock that requires you to end the, I'm sorry, there's a soft lock that requires you to make the input field at housingassembly.org.za. If you don't do that, it will just not work. So I will just test this really quick at gmail.com, and the password is going to be 123 for now. When you sign up, it's going to say invalid email format. This is because we don't want to flood the database with people that want to create an account, maybe users that want to see their audits, maybe they get confused with the login and they want to create an account. This won't work unless you're a Housing Assembly member, so at housingassembly.org.za. So yeah, you sign up, and it's going to take a second, but it will work. There you go, and it says sign up successful. Once again, apologies for the wait time. Let's try to log in as Kenneth at housingassembly.org.za. It says invalid credentials. Uh, it says this because we need to approve this user that is trying to get into the app. So for right now, we're going to have an admin that's already logged in. Give it a login. Very nice loading screen. We are going to go over here to the pending approvals tab. It's going to take a second, and we're going to see that Kenneth account that I just created. With this, we can approve or deny. I'm going to approve it to show you how it works, and that's it. And then it refreshes and says no pending users to review. So I'm going to log out and log back in as Kenneth. So if you want to create more accounts to share with Housing Assembly members, this is how you do that. And there you go. So yeah, this is overview. This is the same information that you see, or that guests see on the landing page. Here we can see the same things, but here we have an export as PDF button that we can click and download, and we just see the same information but downloaded in PDF. So if you do want to keep this information and save it there, that's what this feature is for. Moving on, we have the upload audit feature, which you can fill out like these fields. I'm just gonna test it really quick. And once you fill these out, it will be posted to the database. I wanted to make a note that not every field is required, but the ones that are required are some of the basic fields like registration number, application date, and the name, the identity number, birthday, gender, and cell phone number. So here we have the marital status. We can just put NA for this, and special circumstances. These will contribute to the statistics that you see on the overview tab and what guests see on the landing page. So I'm just going to check all of them off to show that, and then we can submit it. When we submit it, it clears the form and it puts it in the database. So now we can move on to the next feature, view audits. Here we see all the audits that we have. Um, if there are too many, we can just filter by the one person. We have that John Doe that we just created. We see the wait period is negative 0.5. That is because I put random numbers, but this will be accurate according to the application and the correct details that are inputted. So we can view the audit itself. We can delete it if the status does in fact change. So say this person doesn't want their information in the Housing Assembly platform anymore. I have that option to delete that. And there you go. Besides that, these search filters work very well. So if I want to search by the suburb and see how many are in Kailicha, I could do that, and it filters by that. Here with filter by priority, I can filter by those special circumstances that I mentioned earlier. So we can filter by an or an and. So it could be we're filtering by disabled or senior citizen, and it could show disabled or senior citizens. But if I put disabled and senior citizens and pregnant and war veteran, it'll show those audits that are just those. Um, so let me show you, for example, senior citizen and war veteran. So senior citizen and war veteran. It will show every single audit along with their ID, name, suburb, priority, and waiting period for those filters. So yeah, moving on, we have this export CSV range. You can put a date. You can select from what range to what range. Here you can name the file, and then you can export that information. So I'm going to do a test really quick. So we have audits from the year 2024. So I'm just going to do audits for the entire year of 2024. So what I'm going to do is do January 1st of 2024, and I'm going to end it on December 31st of 2024. So this captures the entire data range of the year. Here I could just name this test 1, and you click this export data button. It says no data found for the selected range. This means that you just don't have audits that are in this range. I assumed we did. That should work. So here you could just click. So if you don't have data on this, or fields that match the audits, you could just click this export all data, and it will just export all the audits that are in the database. Um, so if you do want the individual information of this, you can just keep it like this. But if you want to see the statistics, you go back to overview and export the statistics as such. So we went over the pending approvals tab, and what's left is the housing projects tab. So this is what the user sees on the main page, uh, these projects here. So let me log back in. Here you have the option to create a new project, which I will do. I will name this test in the test region of test suburb in the cutoff year of 2025. we can have the status as ongoing, completed, or upcoming. Ongoing and completed will show as colored, and then upcoming will be grayed out in the front page. So I'm just going to do upcoming and add it such. Um, we have these options to delete the project if is inaccurate or you typed in something wrong. Like for example, I have an extra note here. We can press this edit button and clear that up and save the changes, and it dynamically updates the front end. Um, so yeah, finally we have this account feature that allows you to change your password if you do end up forgetting or you want to change it to something more memorable. I'm going to change this one to 1111. Save changes. Oh, look at that. So I'll put 5 ones. There you go. Password updated successfully. So when I log in, it's going to keep it as such. 11111. And there you go. That is our application. Thank you very much. I would like to thank Dr. Sunithya Thomas for allowing us to uh, have our service abroad in South Africa. It was a wonderful experience working with Housing Assembly, uh, Kenneth, Kashifa, and everyone else on the Housing Assembly team. Thank you very much.